Welcome back, guys. This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Today we're going to go for a test drive on a 1955 210. This one here is, I believe, to be 350 under the hood. There is no power steering or brakes. Got aluminum radiator, electric fan. Looks like a fairly new carburetor sitting up under the hood here. It's also got a 4-speed transmission. Drum brakes all the way around. American racing wheels. Beautiful paint job, lots of new chrome. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, share, hit like, and I'll keep these videos coming your way. I do need your help, so please do so. You can go to maplemotors.com, look at our finance options, our shipping options, and we also have 100 detailed pictures of this ride and every car on the lot. So sit back, relax, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, we'll look around the interior, kind of check everything out. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? It's a game we like to play on the channel here. We'll do this with every car. Looks like it's got a Hurst shifter in the floor. Aftermarket gauges under the dash. Interior definitely has been redone. It looks nice and pretty. You got pretty clean package tray here. Headliner on this one. Nice, pretty white. Dash, it's in pretty good shape. All right, let's go ahead and start her up. Yeah, give her a little time to heat up. Oil pressure came up. Try to see if the blower motor's cutting on. It is. Blower motor is working on this one. No AC. Wipers. Wipers work. Can we get them off? Can we turn them off? I think I broke the switch. The switch does feel a little bit funky here. Got them wide open. Might have to get a little rough with the switch, guys. Try to get that to cut off. We got a tender switch here. Cut off. Well, I might have to unplug them, I think. I think the switch is out. Radio. Radio's working. Horn. No horn on this one. All right, guys. Let me unplug these wipers and we'll hit the road. All right, so you can't unplug it up here. So I got up under the dash and started messing with it. And as soon as I touched the wires on the back of the dash, it quit. But now I can't get it cut back on. So this switch needs to be replaced. And lucky me, I found the horn. There it goes. And now it's starting to work, so we're good. Horn works, but it's down here. All right, let's take off. All right, so they've replaced the carpet. Well, it's got a spot where they've cut it wrong here, but it looks fairly new. The panels in the floor and the doors look fairly new, so does the seat and stuff. And it looks like they forgot to buy seat belts, so we don't have any seat belts in this one. Like I said, I got up under the dash. As soon as I touched the switch on the back, I was just gonna make sure everything was tight. And as soon as I touched it, it stopped and the switch cut off. So I'm assuming it just needs a new switch for the windshield wipers because they're not doing anything anymore. All right. With that being said, we're going to take off here, and anything else I see, I will let you know. Let's go. This is the first time I've driven this car. We'll go ahead and start off with reverse. The reverse is feeling pretty good so far. Checking our brakes, make sure we got brakes. Check them again. Oh yeah, we're ready. Let's roll out of here. Speedometer's coming up on the dash. So's the gas gauge. I think it's gonna work. Oh, I knocked my piece off the top. There we go. straight as an arrow down the road. Steering's really tight. Windshield wipers are starting to work again. Her tach is way off. The tach is maxed out. Showing like 15,000 RPM. Clutch is kind of letting out towards the medium top too. Looks like our windshield wipers are trying to work again. I don't want them to. They just are. Lots of traffic here in Hendersonville. Turn signal popping up on the dash on both sides. Pretty low geared car here. I'd say you're going to be wanting to run no more than 65 on the interstate, just because it'll widen the motor out. Sure wish I had a switch for this one. Well, that's where I was going. Try to find us a spot to get gas. Well, I'm gonna get some gas. I'm gonna put about 20 in here. Right now we're dead on E. It's floating around past E, but dead on it, so let's try to squeeze up in here again. He didn't even go to that pump. All right, I'm just driving around the gas station now. At least I'm turning left. No. All right, let's get a little bit of fuel, check that gauge. After this, I'm going to do some outside shots. Let's do it. All right, up here at the gas station, getting ready to take off. And I've got gas in it now. I'll show you where that goes in. We'll check the gauge. We'll leave the parking lot. Goes in right here. And let's see if it works. So it was dead on E. It's right here. Get you a little bit closer. There we go. A little drag on the starter there, but the gas gauge does work. It was on E, and that's half a tank now, so we got a good gauge. I also got water temperature coming up, oil pressure. Let's take off. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take off here, head on down the road, and get on back to the lot here. I've noticed a little bit of smoke coming out of the exhaust. It's especially when you sit here and you let it load up, it'll start smoking. Once you drive, I've noticed it clears out. It's not really doing it as much. We may have the throttle hang up on us. I lost the return spring. I tried my best to find it in the parking lot. It popped off back there. I've got plenty of them at the lot, but I don't have any on me at the moment, so we're just gonna have to roll with it here. But I know what to do in case of an emergency, so we good to go. Let's take off here. Just gotta be gentle with her, really. Oh, there goes the wipers again. That switch is messed up. See, just cut off again. I could actually reach up behind here and grab the back of the switch and make it stop, see? Must be a connection issue. See that throttle hanging a little bit? I need to get back and get a spring. She does run nice and smooth though as we're going down the road. Some minor stuff going on in this ride. But I mean, just letting you know what we do up here. We buy these cars, we clean them, I get in them, start making a video, and I check them out. I'm showing you all the stuff as I'm learning about it. And we do very little markup and high turnover. So a lot of this little stuff can be fixed by, you know, mom and pop garage or you yourself in your garage. We don't mess with it and it keeps the price down, so. And of course, at the end of the video, what I'm gonna do is a walk around. I'm gonna be pointing out chips, scratches, and flaws. Anything else I can find, I wanna look for any kind of rust spots, dents, just cosmetic stuff you need to know about. We're also gonna look around the interior. We're getting pretty close, so get ready for that video. I do appreciate you watching. You can also look at the detailed pictures that we provide at maplemotors.com. Go get a spring for that return there. Good deal. All right, guys. Thanks again. See you later. Well, I've been running around the parking lot here and I seem to have lost my throttle spring. So it looks like I'll be driving with both sides of my feet. On the way back, you see the spring right there. It goes from here to here. Just come off. I'm not sure where it went. I was looking all down in here. I didn't hear nothing. I just felt it in the pedal. And I knew what it was. But it's in this parking lot somewhere. I don't know. So I figured, why not go ahead and do the walk around? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I may even end up placing it at the end of the video. A few things I've noticed on this car. It did have some smoking coming out the back pretty much the whole entire time I did the test drive from start to finish. So it was clearing out a little bit at times and then it would go right back to it. That is a factor on this car. The spring's not a factor. I can get one of those. It's probably just not put on their property, but I can get it fixed up. Electric fan's still on. It'll stay on until it reaches the temperature that it's set for. Let's see. Yeah, they got it on a relay there. So what we're gonna do in this one is walk around, point out chips, scratches, flaws, anything I can find, so you know everything else about this car. I have 100 detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. I want you to go there, check it out. I have financing and shipping. So let's get started. We'll start from the back. We never start from the back. Let's do it. Back bumper on this one, you can definitely tell that it has been changed out. It is fairly new. Same with the exhaust tips. There's a light little scratch right there in the corner. Coming on around. A little scuff up in the edge there on the bumper. Get around. Tail light trim looks good. Back of the trunk's in pretty good shape. You got some pitting on your emblem back here. Got a chip down here in the corner. Yeah, and you got some chips up here on top. So let's head down the lower portion first. Lower portion of the car here as we're rolling looks pretty good so far. Good tires, nice American racing rims. Coming on up, you've got some fisheye type like bubbles popping up here on the paint. Coming on down. Get some chips off in the corner of the door there. Also right there. You got more of that fisheye going on here in the corner. It's like an acne type defect in the paint. Down here at the bottom too. Up and over. Spot right here. Small spot right there. Some bubbles popping up on the front here. Back to midsection. I'm going to keep it going this way just so my shadow stays out. There's a line right there in the paint. Light scratch. Scuffs here. Couple nicks and scratches. That'll come off there. That'll come off. Really small stuff on this one, it seems like. Spot there. The trim on this one is nice and pretty. A little bit of a fisheye going on here. Light scratch. Also got a light scratch here. A lot of this stuff will come out. See these little light scratches, if you got a buffer on them, they would definitely come off. You'll never see them again. But top section, we've already looked over this. It's probably the worst spot on the whole car right here by the tail light. Trunk lid's in great shape on this one. Trim around the back window looks pretty good. The seal looks good. I like how they did the package tray. You've got a couple dings right here on your trim. Your back window, nice and clean. Got some spots popping up there. Door handle's in good shape. A spot there as well. A little bit of pitting around your vent window. As you see, we go into pretty good detail on these cars. That's actually cleaning up, but yeah, it had a little bit of pitting on there. Windshield wipers, I can't control them right now. That switch is so faulty, it's just it's off and on. I should have never touched it, but now we know that it does need a switch, and it'll probably move some more before we get back to the lot. There's some bubbles popping up there. Light scratches on top of the fender here, probably leaning over, you know, working on the motor. And you got some chips off on the inside. Let's look over that roof line before I mess up and forget here. Pretty good shape. Got some minor flaws up here on the roof though. Light little bubbles. And they're popping up. Kind of scattered on the roof. Coming up on the front end here. Bumper's in good shape. Grill's got a little bit of pitting. A little pitting around your headlight bezels. Your front bumper's in awesome shape. Got some chips up here. Light scratch here. Coming down this lower portion. Oh, got some bubbles popping up on the front end here. A little rust trying to come through. You see that? Tires are in great shape on the front. Your fender there looks pretty good. Coming down the bottom portion. Got a little spot there. A little spot there. A spot off in the corner. And there. Light scratch here at the bottom. Spot right here and a scratch there. Also in the back here you got some scuffs. Almost looks like that was from a buffer. Cracks in the back here. Back to midsection here. We're going to run down the middle. Fisheye going on. It's like an acne type bubbles popping up on the paint. And that trim there's got a few dings running down. You see it? Little scuff there, little scratch here. It's got a little scuff there as well. And right here, this stuff's on top of the paint, so a lot of that will come off. I can't even feel it. Light scratches. A good buff job on this one right here, just to get all the minor imperfections out would help a lot. The front windshield on this one was looking really good, so is the trim around it. Pitting all around your vent window there. Door handle looks fairly new. Looking at the windows, nice and clean. Little spot popping up there. And looking over the trunk here, water spots, but that's nothing major. It does have some bubbles on this side. I could see them in this section. Just like on the roof, it's a lot of little bubbles popping up. Like I said, it's like acne. See it there and here. It's popping up on the roof here too. Real small imperfections. Let's zoom in a little bit more so you can see. I didn't even notice that was on the car until I got real close. But it's definitely there, and I want you to know about it. That's why I do these videos, guys. So I'm gonna grab the keys, and we're gonna open the trunk, which I haven't done yet. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. Of course, I haven't been in here to check it out either. Let's look at it. Oh, it looks nice. Well, they tried with the trim piece here, but you got to glue both edges. Still looks good though. Just needs to be glued up. You got some carpet pieces up under here on the lid. You got a fairly new weather stripping around the edge. Looking around in the jams. Couple chips down here at the bottom. Also right there. Carpet in this one is in good shape. Somebody's definitely spent some time on that, and it's dry. That's the good thing. It's really dry. I mean, water is staying out of this trunk. Package tray is in good shape. Got some speakers back there, some old Jensen's. We put some paneling up. Got the spare tire. Good deal. Coming on down with the trunk, it's easy to shut. I'm just gonna kind of go up. Yep, she's locked. Easy enough. Let's check the interior out, get her started. Notice a little dragging on the start too. I don't know if y'all noticed that through the video. It started every time, but it was doing that. Coming up on this door panel here, you can tell they've redone it. I noticed the door handle, or the window crank was a little bit bent. And I think they did it on purpose. See how it's like perfectly away from the fabric? They did that so it wouldn't rub a hole in it. So if you come up and you feel that it's like pulled away, I'm pretty sure they did that on the passenger side too. They bent those before they put them on. So a little bit of pitting here, a little bit of pitting on this one. Weather stripping looks good. Coming around the bottom portion, jams nice and clean. Carpet, you can tell it's been replaced. Still got some imperfections. Looks like they drug the seat on both sides, kind of scratched it up, but your fabric's pulling loose right here around the windows. Needs to be tucked back up in there like it's supposed to. Your seat's got a little blue spot and some of the stitching's ripped. I don't know what the blue spot's from. Ink pen maybe? Looking in the back. Headliner's nice and tight on this one. Ooh, package tray looks good. It's even got the cover. We've been lucky here lately to get the covers to these lights. A lot of times they've fallen off and disappeared. Let's jump in here and start her up. That electric fan should be off by now. It's only running 160 right now, so could be one of these switches. I'm not sure what these switches are wired to yet. I haven't messed with them. I've just left them on. There's a little bit of drag in there. Got to remember I don't have a return spring. I'm about to pull it back with my foot. Oh, made the windshield wipers work. That switch, tell you what, gonna have to be replaced. I don't want it scratching the window. I'm gonna get up on there and see if I can get them to cut off. All right, I got them to cut off, and it looks like I was messing with the wires back there, and the tach was jumping around too. So right behind the column, I need to pull that out and check the windshield wipers and the wires going to the tach. Motor itself, nice and quiet. See, it does come and go. It's not doing it right now, but it pretty much randomly will start puffing a little bit. I don't know if it's the carburetor. The carburetor looks new, so it should be tuned in quite right. But it's running real clean right now. And if that changes, I'll try to catch it on video, just so you see it. I don't want you to get here and it start doing it and you didn't know about it. You know about it. So let's go ahead and shut the hood down. Look across the hood and see what else we can find. A couple chips and stuff on the edges here, but same on this side. Coming on down. Oh wow, look how easy this is to shut. Does need to be lined up a little bit better though. See how close it is over here, and it's actually touching. It's probably caused those little spots. And this side's low, it needs to be up. We got a few spots there. Yeah, that side's high over there. tip here. All right. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Look at the 100 detailed pictures that we have at maplemotors.com. We have shipping and financing available. I want you to check that out. And we post cars every week, about 10 a week. With your help, hit subscribe, share, and hit like. That keeps me going here. That's why I do these videos. Keep y'all informed. And it does help me out quite a bit when you do those 3 things for me. Also got merchandise, so if you're looking to pick up a Maple Motors t-shirt, check it out at maplemotors.com. We'll get you hooked up. Other than that, come on down to the lot. I'll see you in person. Later, guys.